If so, we have a question. Even the highest of the upper worlds, the most spiritual worlds, is not revealed the essence of God. Only in this physical world is revealed not just godliness, but the essence of God. How can there be a physical house for the essence of God? I mean, that contradicts Judaism. What, God is in a house? How could God be put into a house? And now we're saying, no, just one second. It's not just regular godliness. It's not like godliness. This is talking about the essence of God is in a house. How can this be? Something like what we learned before. We'll see this idea of the... Yes. Hasharash Atzmos really was in the base of Mikdash. The main revelation was in the Holy of Holies. But Davar Zeh, this Itbateh is expressed also in the revelation in front of everybody, that everyone that they could see. They used to put a person in to the Holy of Holies. They would lower a cleaning man from the ceiling, and he wouldn't put his feet down, but he would wash. He had a long broom or whatever. He would wash, sweep everything out, wash everything out. And he noticed that the place of the ark, the Aron, was not measurable. In the Holy of Holies, a thing which comes from God's essence. What was in the Holy of Holies? It was a bizarre miracle that at first glance doesn't seem to have any much importance. The miracle was that the ark that was in the Holy of Holies was 2.5 amas wide. Long, whatever you want to call it. Long. How did it go? When you went into the Holy of Holies, the ark was this way, and the poles were like this. It wasn't like this, and the poles were here. It was like this, and the poles were sticking out, right? So you went in, and this was 10 amas. I'm sorry, this was 2.5 amas. And the whole room was 10 amas. And if you measured from here to the wall, it was 5 amas, and from here to the wall was 5 amas. In other words, this didn't take up any place. It was there, but it didn't take up any place. But what do you mean it didn't take up any place? It had to have a measure to it. If it was missing even a little bit from this 2.5 amas, it was disqualified. So it had to be 2.5 amas. And this room has to be 10 amas. But nevertheless, when they measured from here to here, there was 5 amas on both sides. So what happened to the ark? Where was it? So a person can say to himself, listen, okay, it's a trick, it's a good trick, but what's the point of such a... Who saw this miracle? Only this man, cleaning man that went in, and he cleaned up. He was the only person that saw it, right? And the Kohen Gadol, when he went in on the Holy of Holies on Yom Kippur, but he couldn't be measuring things when he went in there. He had to be thinking only about what he was doing. If he would think one bad thought, he would die. One extraneous thought, he would. So what type of a miracle is this? So it sort of relates back to what we said before. This was a private thing between God and the Jewish people to tell us that really the world is here and it's not here at the same time. And especially this is the whole entire Holy Temple. It's here, but it's not here at the same time. And every single Jew should be the same thing. You're here and you're not here at the same time. How can it possibly be? Because we're here, but on the other hand, we're being created by God. So if so, we're being created by God means that our whole being depends on God. So our being is really a real stable being. Right? It's a being that's always been created by God. On the other hand, there's nothing more stable than being created by God. If your whole being comes from Darwin or from whatever's monkeys or from atoms or from something, so atoms themselves, nobody even knows what they are. Right? What are the atoms? There's all this empty space inside of it. There's Niels Bohr's atom and the other people with the quarks and everything. It comes down, even the scientists go into what is an atom? They realize it's nothing. There's nothing there. There's just energy. There's something. If so, there's just energy. So you're just energy. You're not a person. You're not a human being. Right? So that makes even less sense. So the whole thing doesn't make any sense. Right? And it ends up that the world is really here. It's really here because you see God is creating it and it's forbidden to steal. It's forbidden to kill. You can't say, hey, you don't exist and I don't exist. So what difference does it make if I steal from you? So that makes the insanity. And the world on the one hand is not here. On the other hand, it is here. It is here. It's forbidden to steal. It's forbidden to... On the other hand, it's not here. God is creating it every moment. This makes absolutely no sense. But this is the fact. Right, and that's what God is called. That's what we learned in the first thing, the oil. That's what's called the secret of secrets. A secret means that there's things in this world that are hidden. The secret of secrets is that all this essence of God is revealed. And it gets more and more hidden until all of a sudden it just flips around and here's the world.
But it doesn't seem to be such a big secret, though, that the Ark is there, but it wasn't there. There are a lot of people who seem to know about this.
They know about it, but it doesn't make any sense.
Of course it doesn't make sense. It's impossible to understand. That's the big mystery.
That's the mystery. Who know about it? It says in the Gemara that it was so, right? It's usually not, this aspect of it being a secret is not stressed anywhere. I just said that. I just said it because it was in the Holy of Holies. It's not a thing that was like outside, everybody saw it.
Well, but the secret what's going on there, that's the secret.
Right. And it also was not a main aspect. Like, for instance, the menorah, it says that there was one light on the menorah that remained burning all the time. And that was an advice. There was a testimony that God is in the Beis Hamikdash. This one light, Nera Maravi. It was lit all the time. But that was the main thing of the menorah, was to be lit. The main thing of the ark was not to be measured. It was just godliness, right? It was just pure godliness. So it says, okay, that ends today's class. We'll continue, God willing, tomorrow. Thank you very much.